On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts
now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 125, recorded live on July 31st, 2016. My name's Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly.
And my name's Letrick, and you can find me at Twitter at LetrickYT. God. Okay.
Cool. All your links, obviously, for people wondering, will be down below in the description. What kind of videos do you do?
I don't want to say it because it's just going to be a bad chat, but Minecraft.
Oh, God. He's a pedophile. No, I'm good. That's just the first thing that comes to mind for people, but I actually checked out your channel last night. He's not, I can confirm. I mean, I don't know if I should say this yet, but I can confirm he's not a pedophile. Oh God, please don't come out a year from now being a pedophile. Okay. Anyways, this is the weirdest intro we've ever done for the show, but it's all good. So guys, welcome to another episode. We are booked up until 169. Teehee. Yeah. God, we're booked until like 2017 basically. So I have an announcement coming out that maybe we'll speed it up, maybe not. That is if I feel like doing it, but we'll see. Anyways, let's get into the first set of the day because we have 10 of them. First one of the day is submitted by Henry. He says, here's my setup. I use this for my YouTube and gaming. He worked multiple paper routes. He said rounds, but I think he means routes. Unless he's got a gun, he's just shooting paper for fun. And then he also said he paid for this with his YouTube earnings. So I mean, this dude is cashing in. He's obviously probably a few million subscribers if he's making money on YouTube. Because I get like $10 a day. No, a month. That's what I meant. Wow. I'm just kidding. And also, I don't know his YouTube channel, which kind of made me sad.
It's on the laptop. Is it Mods for Bree Mix? I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I see that here. Let me Mods for. Okay, yeah, weird. Anyways, taking a look at this and knowing that he's obviously rolling around in money, how old do you think he is?
All right, I'm gonna go with 14. I don't know.
15.
Oh,
it's just like a whole hour and be like, I thought
there was something wrong with your mic for a second. It's like, rip.
Yeah, no. So 15. He's obviously like a few million subscribers, doing what he's got to do. Who knows? Maybe he even has more subs than me, and I'm like about to get owned. I think someone said 250,000 in chat, but I could be wrong. No, if he has 250,000, then
the sub box is really small, so it's
3,697. Cool. No, actually, honestly, congratulations. That's a really big deal. Taking a look at this though, this is a great setup. What were your thoughts when you saw it?
Yeah, I like pretty much everything. There's a couple things that could be out of sight. Especially out on the top, but otherwise I like everything. It's really clean. I really like the colors. Yeah,
and I really think the first thing I thought of was like, you know, obviously the walls look really nice and freshly painted or whatever, but that poster is just screaming to be framed. You know how much better that would look? Yeah,
that's why I thought he was 14, because usually when you see the non-framed posters or, you know, posters like that, you know, you usually think younger ages.
Yeah, you just get it, you put some scotch tape up on the wall, and you call it a day. Now, one thing that was really depressing for me was that he had this awesome, nice shelf that blends in very well, but he has, like, nothing on it. It's, like, a really terrible use of such an awesome space. And then another thing, and I don't know if you'll agree with this, but obviously we'll see. I feel like the monitors are placed in an odd spot. I mean, I get it. I used to do the same thing where because I'm not a gamer, so I don't care about the bezel being in the middle and it was easier for my workflow. Maybe that's the case, but didn't he say he did gaming or
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does gaming.
So wouldn't you want a primary and then a display off to the side? I just feel like it's sitting in a weird spot. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's like right in the middle of your face, and I couldn't do.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's the same monitors we're using. I feel like everybody has these monitors. They're like the starter kit. They're really affordable, and they honestly look amazing. So if you guys want to get them, I think they're like probably now maybe under 200, possibly. Really great though for the price. And okay, so if this was your setup, what's the next step other than the things we already mentioned, like framing the poster and whatnot?
Probably, I'm not really a fan of the little lights on the desk. I don't really like that. And also, what do you feel about the headset, like, hanging there?
Let's see. It's good, but what did you think? That there was like a better spot for it, or?
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of having it behind my monitors because, I have to stand up, go behind it, and I'm just, lazy. And not a fan of that. And otherwise, I would just, maybe fix the, going far beyond what you should, drilling a hole in the middle of your desk whenever you're sure you want, where your keyboard and mouse is, and, putting your keyboard and mouse wires through that.
Yeah, totally agree. And it looks like on the underside picture of his desk, he has some like holes and stuff, which would make it, I would assume, easier to route. I don't know if it was like the way the desk was built, or I doubt he did it, but whatever. And also in that photo, I love the decal on the top right. That's beautiful. I don't know what the hell it is. It's like a hamster or something it's a gangster hamster. Congratulations. I like that. Anyways, let's go to the next setup. Now this one I thought was funny because the first thing you notice is on that little table, like this dude's got a full meal ready to go. Like full drink, sandwich. Didn't ask his mom to cut the crust off, but still, I mean, really just, I saw that and I was like, is this kid's okay? Well, whatever. So taking a look at this, this is Ben. This is his Setup 2.0 edition. He cleaned up his desk a little bit. I don't know if I was supposed to see his other photo. I don't remember. So he was telling me all the changes he's made. But yeah, so he said, love the show and hope you enjoy my setup. Maybe he was on the show before. Maybe actually,
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't care. Anyway, so because obviously it doesn't matter. We have to look at this setup anyway. What do you think his age is?
Now, if he's older, this is gonna really hurt. But I think he's 11.
Oh my God. This dude's gonna start crying. He's 16. He's probably like, screw you.
I have reasons, okay? Like those posters. Whenever I was young, I would get those GTA posters. I was so happy for that. So I could put the map on the wall. And then, he has like all this other stuff. Like he has the other PC on the ground that's like from the 90s. And then he's got, that really small monitor. I'm not a fan of those kind of old monitors. I'd rather have just one monitor. I feel like that ruins the setup.
Oh, yeah. No, I see exactly what you're saying. I was the same way with those posters, too. And I was like, obviously, I can never flip it around where it has the picture of, like, the half-naked fake girl. Because then my mom's like, God, no. No, you can't. I'm like, oh, okay. But I agree. Like, the secondary monitor, in this scenario, I don't hate it as much as I normally would. For the fact that it's not touching his main display, and it's literally nothing but a static display off in the corner. It's right there in the photo he shows, like, there's Spotify. I get that. There are people though that try to have, like, they have their BenQ in the middle and then they have this 4x3 piece of crap next to it and it makes it look awful, and I know what you're saying, but in this setup I can kind of give him a pass because it makes sense, and props there for having Spotify open because I think that helped explain it. Otherwise it would have been like, okay, what is this guy doing? But yeah, everything is definitely like a use of what you have. He's got the fold out table, which, can I just say, like, his cable management, really surprising. I know obviously there's some sort of trick. If you go to the one photo, the third photo, it has like a thing covering it. I don't say that's cable management, but it is hiding the cables. And with that said, good job. I don't think it's better than just letting it hang out. Now, what do you think about the clutter? Do you think it's cluttered?
I kind of do. Like, I'm not a fan of like the phone on the desk. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Yeah. And then I do feel like it's a lot of stuff on the left side. Not sure, like, whatever the monitor is on. And then there's some, I don't know what that box is. And then whatever that brown thing is, I don't know what any of that is really. There's a little lot.
Yeah, he definitely has a lot going on the desk. I mean, if we're talking desktop, I think that it's just a tad cluttered, but for the most part, he had like the left side, with all his little BBA and all that stuff. I don't think that was over the top, but I think it's the rest of the room. Like the third photo you see, he's got the computer, which, that computer's throwback. And then, like you said, he's got the box, which that's actually, like, I'm pretty sure that's the monitor box right there that he was using. So no reason to show that off. Trust me, I believe you when I see the monitor on your desk that you actually own it. So you don't need to keep the box there for proof. So I think that it's just like, for your age, I think this definitely is like a cool hangout room for 16, because he's got that, that entertainment setup to the right, which is really nice with the couch and everything. So I like it. I understand you're working with what you have. Nothing wrong with that. I think you did a great job. Now go and eat your dinner because you look hungry, even though I can't see you. So,
and I really hope that's apple juice.
Yeah, no, he's getting shit-faced. He's like, I'm going to take the photo first, then get shit-faced because otherwise I can't take a good photo.
Makes sense.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next setup submitted by Andrew. Andrew said, yes, my parents bought me all this stuff. I love the game and watch YouTube. And yeah, so taking a look at this, very simple setup. How old do you think he is?
15.
Oh God, no. He's 13. So, yeah, I mean, this is definitely like a scenario. Hey, my parents just threw money at me and this is what I did with it. And you can't hate him. The guy, was lucky. He's got parents that wanted to give him money, and he did a great job with it. There are a lot that I would fix with this. There is a lot that I would fix with this, but not awful. So initial thoughts, what did you think of this?
I really liked mostly everything on the desk. I don't really know about the placement with the car, though. It's like an awkward placement right under the monitor. And otherwise, everything looks nice except the cable management, that could get some work.
Yeah. The thing that was weird to me, first off, he's got the light with no shade over it. That's just weird. Then he's got this like PVC piping insulation tube coming out of the why are you even trying to cable manage if your cables still look like that? I mean, and it's blue. Like, does that blend in with the wall?
For real.
Am I missing something? But obviously he's got a snowball, so it all makes sense. But what I would do to make this better is, I understand you're like, oh my God, I love my computer. It looks so good. But what you want to do is you want to put that on that dresser to the left side. And that right there will make your setup look way bigger, way bigger. I mean, it already looks like you have a lot of room, but move the PC. The PC's not in an ideal position. I like the fake plant thing. I don't know, it looks like it needs a little bit of a trim, but I guess it never grows. You know what I'm saying? So Tom's just like shaking his head over there. What else do you think, though, that he should do to kind of like improve this? Do you like the desk? I don't know.
The desk is, I don't have a problem with the desk. Something you could do is probably put the just Velcro the LED remote under your desk. That's something you can do that will clean up a little bit. And then I don't really know. I don't have a problem with the GoPro on the desk. I'm not sure if you like it there or not, but otherwise everything looks pretty nice. Yeah, and then I would still get an actual headphone holder, maybe one that mounts to the underside of the desk, and then I think you should drill a hole in your desk for the cable. Yeah. I would let it go. Like, he's probably like, all right, yeah. And then he goes to do it, and his parents are like, oh my God, what are you doing? After that, everything's gone. He has to get a new PC.
Yeah, oh my God.
It's gone.
That would be hilarious. Don't actually drill into your desk. But, yeah, I mean, I think an extended mouse pad, that's always something that people recommend. And I do think that it would make sense in this scenario because, I don't know, I just feel like you'd want that to cover the keyboard as well. And plus, the mouse pad looks pretty small as is. I always say that, and people think, most of the time people agree with me, but whenever I say a mouse pad's small, I always get those people that are like, oh my God, it's a mouse pad, it's doing its job. I'm like, oh God, okay. It's small, but whatever. And yeah, I mean, the LEDs, I think that's the power supply right there on the bottom right. You're going to want to do something with that. Adhere it to the bottom of the desk. Don't let it just chill there because it looks a little bit awkward. But also, the monitor isn't centered with the artwork above. So maybe you could shift everything to the left a little bit. That would look nice. But I don't really have anything else left to say unless you do.
Nope.
All right. Next setup of the day, submitted by Sal. Let's see. What did he say? I like playing games, watching YouTube, tinkering with computers, and photoshopping stuff. And it's funny, okay? Because, oh, damn, I have to actually... Let me mark this down for Setup Nightmares. So his original photo, he said, hey, this is just to claim a spot. I'm going to start cleaning it. And, he just wanted to be able to get on episode 125. And it was smart. Otherwise, he'd be waiting a long time. So his first photo, damn, I wish I included this. I didn't even know about it. But it was awful. It was just awful. You'll probably see it on a future Setup Nightmares. But now, a big improvement. I mean, huge improvement. Huge improvement. So taking a look at this, how old do you think Sal is?
Okay. I'm gonna have to go with 15.
You're right. Good job.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. And Tom, damn it, I was gonna point that out. At first, if you zoom out, and you have kind of like a contrasty look at it. If your monitor is placed in a weird spot, you don't realize the cat on the chair. And then you zoom in, you're like, what the like, that's scary, but adorable. I don't know
bonus
if
points.
Yeah, I don't know if your cat has like a problem, but it looks like its eyes are
wide open.
Yeah. And at first I thought his tongue like was sticking out, but it's just the bow. Yeah. So anyways, taking a look at this, obviously a dog and car lover and cat lover. What were your thoughts on it?
Everything's nice here again, but I do not like the keyboard and the RAM and the processor box up on the top of the shelf. I feel like you could put a lot of better stuff over there, maybe pop vinyls, and besides that, I'm not sure how you feel about those calendars. I don't think they're too big of a deal. But
I mean, personality, man. This guy he likes it. Personally, would I hang it up? No, but he's the guy with the cat on his chair. I wish my dog would sit on my chair. You know how many videos I would make where my dog is like working on my setup? He won't. And he's too big for him. But okay, anyway. So, is that a statue of a dog wearing a tie?
That is exactly what it is.
And a top hat. Okay. I like that. Now the box for the 390, don't like that. The keyboard I can understand because it is like throwback and it's cool and here I am with RAM over here on my shelf, so I would be kind of a dick if I said I didn't like that. The box for the processor though, not a fan of that. I think if you're gonna show it off, if you're gonna show anything off, it has to be kind of like how you showed the RAM, how you showed the keyboard, the old school Coke. It needs to kind of be out in the open. I don't want to see a box. Then the cars, I like the cars off to the side. I think that was a cool little thing. I mean, not everyone's going to like that. They're going to think it's a waste of space. It's stupid. You knock them over easily. But if you're really into cars, I think you get away with it. Looks like the underside of your desk is clean. Looks like you vacuumed the floor. And the only problem is for the photo, you should have just disconnected the headphone cable. And if you couldn't, you should have wrapped it up around the base of the headphone stand. It would have looked a lot more appealing to the eye. But taking a look at this, what's the next step for you to make this setup better? What do you do? Where do you think it's in its final stage?
I'm not sure. Let me see. I really like the guitar. The guitar on the side, like maybe if you want to go above and beyond to frame that on the wall, or not frame it, just hang it on the wall.
Put a big frame around a guitar. I can't play it because it's framed.
But yeah, I've seen like guitars hanged like that, and it looks really, really nice. Especially if you have multiple guitars. I'm not sure. I don't like boxes on my computer. I mean, on my desk, like the brown box on the left side. I'm not sure what you use that for. I just don't like those kind of things around and on my desk. But for me, that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's his cocaine stash when he opens that up. So I could see, like, personally, I see why it's there. I understand. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, in my room, I have the guitar on one of those nice mounts, and trust me, it makes such a big difference. It looks really cool, and it looks like you have the room on that wall right next to it. So you might as well do it. It would definitely look nice. But all right, let's go to the next set of the day, submitted by Eric. Eric said, what's up, Matt? I'm a console gamer, but I like playing at my desk because I like having everything at reach. I don't have a PC. I just use the bottom screen for laptops. So I thought that was really interesting. Very, very cool. Yeah. And let's see. How old do you think he is?
14.
Okay, he's 41, and I'm not. Normally I make that joke, and people are like, "Oh my god, that's so annoying." But no, he's 41. Obviously, no disrespect there. Some people just like console gaming. You find them on Twitter, Eric B the Realist. But yeah, so the second photo is just a brightened up version because it was kind of hard to see things, and this was his updated photo. But first thing I noticed is Lions, Star Wars. I like that he's got a theme going. It looks like on the couch he probably has a Lions throw blanket or something, I would assume. Really, really like that, and all the stuff hung up on the wall. What were your initial thoughts?
Pretty much the only thing that I'm like questioned about is I'm not a big fan of this desk. I've had this desk before, and then the leg room, especially him being older, 41, he's fully grown, so the leg room in this desk is horrible, and especially since you put those consoles on the left right there, that would kill it for me, because I hate my legs hitting the left and right side of my desk, and then also there's like something hanging on the bottom. I have no clue what that is on the bottom of the desk on the right side. Do you see that? It's like this little black thing hanging on the bottom of the desk. I have no idea what it is.
It's like the half wire thing. Oh, you mean that? I don't want to know. I don't think I.
I have no clue. And then besides that, the only thing you really fix is the wires that you can see from behind the monitor. You could easily put that on the back of your monitor without it being seen from the front.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I mean, okay. A lot of people are like, oh my God, he's 41. He's 41. Oh my God. I don't think it's a big deal. I don't know why people are so like, oh my God, over it. But I do think that, like you were saying, the desk is not ideal for this setup. You've made it work for sure. I give you major props there, but I feel like you should be utilizing the other side of the desk. Obviously not this specific desk, but your monitors should be up against that wall. That'll give you more space. And then the right side is going to be the shorter one, and it's going to house all the accessories, the headphones, the controllers, the tablet, blah, blah, blah. That way you have more room for, actually lounging out. Leg space will be a lot better, so on and so forth. But I do think you're 41. You should treat yourself to a better desk for sure. And if anything, you can just build one that's going to fit custom, that goes from the door frame to the wall and then out as far as possible. And that would definitely help with all your issues. But as far as utilizing the desk that you currently have, everything is in a great spot. Everything's usable. You said you like to have everything in reach. You definitely did that. It's clean. The cable management's, I see a few things behind the monitor that could easily be zip tied, but really great. Overall, I like it. But I do agree that the desk is the next step for the setup. Do you have any final thoughts for him?
Out of sight, out of mind, there is like a blue bottle at the bottom. I don't like having like anything besides technology that looks really clean, on that side. And besides that, it looks like, I don't know what that could be, but I'm not a fan of that.
Screen cleaner, I think.
Oh, okay.
So
I guess that makes sense.
He might like vomit all over his screen every day. And he's like, gotta clean it. It. Eric is probably sitting there like, all right, this guy's annoying. Anyways, let's go to the next setup. Now, this is one of the most exciting ones for a few reasons, because he was on episode 69, Teehee, and basically his name's Jeenay, and he listened to what I said and made it better. So show that picture. Oh my God. Oh God. Seriously, I don't know what I rated him originally, but I was like, dude, just a little bit more and this setup will be perfect. And oh my God, I love it. So how old do you think Jeenay is?
19.
17, which makes it even crazier, even younger. So this setup is great. I'm really interested to see what the chat has to say. I know some people probably are going to be like, nah, don't like it. I don't like when setups are good. Because that's always a problem. But, I mean, this is a very nice setup. What were your initial thoughts when you saw it?
I thought this was I was really jealous. I was like, why is this not my setup, And then the only thing that actually catches my eye is maybe putting something over the blinds. What do you call it? What do you put over a window?
Curtains?
There you go. Curtains. That's the only thing, because that looks like an off-white, blinds, and that's the only thing that really catches my eye. Everything else is perfect, spot on. Yeah, blackout curtains would look nice. See, this is an example of simplicity at its finest. He's got the single ultra wide. All the cables are routed perfectly for the peripherals, really nicely usable. I love the LEDs, really add to it. He's got the canvas work above. You can see he's got the framed jersey off to the side, the Chicago Bulls hat on top. He's got something else on the left side wall. Really critiquing. I almost gave him a perfect score. I really did. Let's see. Jeenay, we both gave him 47 out of 50, which added up to be a 94, spoiler alert. But my only thing was, and this is really again, this is personal. It's what you think. I think that the tablet kind of didn't like that was shown. If anything, I would have liked if he had some sort of stand or something. That would have helped. And then the other thing was, I don't like how the headphones are hung, because I can't tell what I think it's, I don't know, it just doesn't look, I feel like he should have better utilized the left wall and just had a headphone stand on the desk that would look beautiful, like aluminum or something like that. But really nitpicking, again, I was only 3 points away from giving him a perfect score. So what were your few things that made you lower the score? Pretty much exactly what you said. I really don't like the tablet, just laying there. I think it could have a stand. And then on that left wall, instead of having the headphones there, maybe having some kind of vertical wall art right there would be really nice. Or maybe even having a shelf with like pop vinyls or something like that. But besides that, that's everything. Great setup.
Yeah, it's really nice. And some people they're making fun of the lamp. Personally, I don't like the lamp. I don't think the lamp is necessary, but I don't know what he does. Maybe he does actually sit there and read, or I don't know. Even at night, like, do you really need the lamp there? I prefer when it's nighttime to just have like pitch dark and all I see is my screen. So that's one other thing, and that's where the headphone stand could go. I think that would look great. But yeah, all right, let's go to the next setup. Good job, Jeenay. Seriously, good job. Next setup of the day, submitted by Ben. Ben said, I do phone reviews on YouTube. Didn't tell him his YouTube channel. Primarily uses his PC for video editing and gaming. Laptop mounted on the wall is for his, it's his primary writing laptop. Oh. He has writing laptops and then other laptops. And then, let's see, cable management is designed to be easily swappable. Damn, I can't read this guy's email. And then, yeah. Oh, and he said he's constantly switching out with review units, so he needs the cables to be good. Damn, this guy must be like some big shot. I'm trying to see if he has his YouTube. I wish I had a link to his YouTube. I really don't. But anyways, how old do you think he is?
17.
38? No, 20.
20? Okay, I could see that.
Yeah, so 20 years old. What were your thoughts? What were your initial thoughts here?
First thing that I saw was, I'm pretty sure that's a laptop on that stand. I'm not sure if he has a reason for that, but I would definitely like a better placement for that. And then all those phones, I know you do review them, but I feel like there would be a better spot for them instead of just, 3 phones just laying on the table. And besides that, there's just, small things that you could fix, like under the what do you call that? The little white thing, the stand.
The Alex shelf, yeah.
Yeah, you could put some, I'm not sure what those Legos are doing, but maybe you could, preview them so you can actually see what those, they're actually showing, whatever the logos are. But besides that, I mean, I really like the setup.
Yeah, I have a few things about it. He said that the laptop on the stand was his primary writing laptop. So I'm just trying to think, like, maybe someone in chat can explain it better to me, but the laptop mounted on the wall is my primary writing laptop. So why is it mounted like that? How do you write if it's over there? Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to take it on the go, but then you have the other laptop right there, that's kind of how I would expect it. I don't understand that part of it. I think that out of sight, out of mind is not that good on the setup, because he has all the random camera stuff off to the side, all the phones, everything's just kind of placed all over. I do think that I get it. I understand what he's trying to do, but I think it could be better organized for sure. Like a little actual chart. They make really cool charging stations for your desk, and they make it for multiple accessories. So for someone like you, it's going to work perfectly. Definitely look into something like that. But I think the usability is also a little off because of where he's sitting in comparison to where his monitors are. He's off to the right. His hand, where his mouse is basically fisting the freaking PC case. It's just like, I don't understand why it's so close to that. You should be setting, your keyboard should be centered with the opening of the Alex shelf. That's the whole point of having the Alex shelf. It's a riser for your monitors. You're not supposed to sit away from it. You're supposed to sit smack dab in the middle. And then from there, I understand that you are like me. You're not a primary gamer as much as you are doing work and whatnot. So the bezel in the middle doesn't matter to you. But you should be sitting smack dab in the middle of that bezel, and that would make sense for your monitors. If you do want to have a primary display, which maybe that's what you're going for, you're having that one display be your main, and then the other one's just an extra. Then actually set it up like that. The Alex riser isn't going to work in that scenario because you need to have one tilted off to the side. Still though, don't understand the laptop, but yeah, what else do you want to say about that?
I'm pretty sure the things behind the monitors, those are speakers, right?
Yep.
Okay, I feel like those could be better placed, because they're hitting the back of the monitor.
Yep.
And then besides that, I feel like, you have your phone there and you have a head, I think that's a phone stand right beside the left of his monitor. Maybe you should put it on there.
Yeah.
You know?
People are saying that this thing swivels so that he could write, but I still, maybe someone should just draw me a diagram, explain it to me like I'm 5, because the way I see it is like, it doesn't look like it has that much flexibility. But again, I could be wrong. Maybe it rises up and it pulls out like a lot. But from what I see, it looks like a small little bar that he can swivel over the top of his monitor, and he's like leaning over his it just doesn't make sense to me. Someone please, for the love of God, like draw out a little diagram. But I don't know. You don't get it either, right?
I have no idea. It looks like it would hit the monitor if you would, swing it to the right.
Yeah.
And, I don't really see why you would need it that far away from you. I don't see how it could possibly swivel right to where your chair is.
Exactly. See, okay. I'm just happy I'm not the only one that's like confused here, because it really makes no sense to me. But, cool job with the LEDs, all the weird colors. I like that. That definitely adds to it. Great setup, though. Just confused in a lot of different ways. All right, next set of the day is submitted by Brian, who is a software engineering student. He does hardcore gaming and streaming in his free time. He does custom PC builds every 8 months. I don't know how to do good cable management. I see that. And he said, feel free to judge. He's going to be upgrading to a new desk and 3 monitors eventually. Let's see. I'm just trying to read all the different things. His YouTube channel is XIII Jamaican, and I think that's his Twitter. His YouTube is CUTSDBZ. I think that's the guy who's donated before. If it is, thank you. You're awesome for that, and you automatically get 100. All right, next set up. So take a look at this though. How old do you think he is? Because I could tell you, even though he's a software engineering student, you're going to get his age wrong.
Yeah. Okay. 22.
Add 11 to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's 33. This setup. Like, here's the thing. My buddy Cookie. If anyone knows Cookie, obviously most of you that watch the show know Cookie. Should tweet a picture, screenshot to him right now, because he loves Gears of War. And goddamn, this guy's got the statue things. He's got looks like some artwork above to the left. I mean, that's some cool. That stuff's probably expensive as shit. God, insane. What were your thoughts when you first looked at this?
Well, the theme is amazing with the Gears of War.
Yeah.
You scored pretty much maybe a 10 on that. I'm not sure. That's like the best thing you scored on.
Yeah.
And then not a fan of the PC. I don't know. I just don't like that. I mean, personally, that's just me. I mean, if you love it, it's your setup. And then besides that, the wire management needs a lot of work.
Yeah. This, here's the thing. The computer, I think, I'm not a fan. Okay, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I think a normal case would have looked way better. Also, looks like diarrhea coming out of the back of the computer, and to have it displayed the way you do doesn't really help. Now, if everything was inverse to where that computer was off to the left side and the cables are coming out, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, because you could come up with a way to kind of hide it. So that's one thing I would think about for when you get a new desk and triple monitors and all that. You want to make sure that the placement of the cables is going to be easy to hide. So if you have your PC, put it off to the left so you can kind of make it disappear and no one really worries about it. Other thing is, you're going to want to get a desk that doesn't suck balls, because this desk sucks big balls.
Oh, yeah.
You want to be able to have something that you can easily either, if you're going to build a desk, I would definitely recommend sort of like a fake wall, so everything falls down and you have something covering it. That way, if you don't want to do because you said you don't like cable management, basically, so you can just kind of have it hang out, and that's not the end of the world. I think the speaker placement's odd. I think overall God, I almost died there. You have a lot of cool stuff, and the great peripherals, great computer, and all that. I just don't think it's done right, honestly. I don't know. What else? Words. What else do you have to say?
Well, it's kind of hard to even realize anything else. All I see is the wires. I mean, he obviously doesn't like wire management. I can tell. It looks like he started to try whenever it came out of the PC, and then he just gave up. He just realized how much work it actually takes. But I mean, besides that, it's just the wires. Yeah. Even though he doesn't like it, I just can't stand that.
Yeah, it's overwhelming, but it's good to know. God, there's I think I need water, Tom. If you wanna. No, okay. Oh shit. No, I think what it is it's exciting that he is going to get a new desk and new monitors, and he says that he knows that it's not good now. And I think that's the first step to accepting failure. No, I'm kidding. Really, though, everything he has is perfect. It's just not done right. That's why I'm super excited for when he actually does make the next step, because I have a feeling it's going to be really good. But yeah, okay. Ready for the next setup?
Mm-hmm.
Next setup of the day, submitted by Will. Will says, hey, okay. He said, I'm a fan of the show, and that's about it. I have his age, and yeah. So take a look at this. How old do you think he is?
All right, so I have a higher age, but the reason is because of all that stuff he has on the second picture. But I said he was 20.
20. He's 32. And it's crazy. Okay. We have so many like older people this episode, which is exciting. It's normally like 4-year-olds that have like, 1080s and stuff. But this setup here does have a 1080 actually. It's funny that I said that. So, okay, let me read this. He's got, the desk is an Evo desk that can stand with an AK racing chair. It's got, really great accessories. Everything's really nice. It's just a very underwhelming setup. It really is. Like, okay, I love that the wrap top. I just combined Razer laptop together. They should come out with the wrap top. Yo, we got the brand new revolutionary wrap top. So the Razer laptop I think is cool. Obviously the desk is so small, so it has to be shelved behind the monitor, and that's one thing I didn't like, but I like that at least it's on a stand and it's not just like up against the wall. I don't know if he meant that he has a 1080 just on display. Is that what that is? Like,
I cannot tell.
Let me see something. New Razer blade. Oh, and the Razer Core. Oh, so basically, I think that's how you use the. I'm gonna sound so dumb, but I think you could use the 1080 with the Razer Core for the laptop.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna Google Razer Core real quick. External graphics dock. Okay. Whoo! I felt dumb real quick. I was like, is that actually it? So it's an external GPU kind of like thing. Sorry, guys. I don't know much about Razer, but I do think that's really cool. And at first I did think you literally just had your 1080 like on display, but that's an awesome way to like show it off, especially the money you spend on that thing. But taking a look at this, what were your thoughts in terms of like personality, theme, things like that?
Well, the first thing about theme that I saw is the different colors. He's got, the green with Razer, and then he has the red, and then the fan is blue. And it's, unless you're going for rainbow, it's just a little much. Maybe you could, get things that match. I mean, unless that's what you're going for. And then I could tell you like Star Wars, maybe put more Star Wars stuff around your setup. And yeah, that's pretty much it with theme. Yeah,
I mean, you look at the overall room, you're like, whoa, that's cool. And I think, now I did see another picture, it was the opposite wall, it didn't really matter, but it did have stuff hung on the wall. I think that's one thing he's missing here. I understand the black wall, which I think is a little over, it's like kind of like over the top. But I think he should have only painted the wall around the TV and left the rest a normal color. I see what he's going for, but it's just like a little too harsh around the whole room. And it makes it hard to really have a theme because, I mean, you want to keep that whole wall just a single color. I see you have some stuff on the top right of the first photo, like hung up on the wall, but I want to see more around. Like you said, I want to see Star Wars. I think the red doesn't really make sense in your setup because where else is the red? Your chair is white. You have the blue Dyson fan. Obviously, you didn't like hand select the color blue for the Dyson fan, but then you have the green Razer, and it's just a lot. And the headphones aren't really. Are they actually on a mount?
I think they're on a mount that is maybe hooked to his monitor.
Yeah. Huh. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd still maybe put it under the desk, which would look nicer, but because when you have it off, then you have something hanging on your monitor. But overall, cool. I like it. Nice setup. Looks like an awesome place to hang out. The arcade machine and everything. But yeah, ready for the next setup?
Yep.
All right, next setup, final setup of the day, submitted by Felipe. Felipe, yeah, okay. Let's see. He's constantly away from home because of work, but when he's home, he mostly uses his setup for console gaming, entertainment, and music. He's content with his setup, but he's open to any suggestions / advice to improve. Eventually, he'll be upgrading to a PS4 and bigger monitor. Also, opinion on mounting the TV to the wall. So taking a look at this, how old do you think he is?
Well, my age just changed drastically as soon as you said that he, went out for work. Because to be honest, I thought that, that was like his living room and, he had his setup in there, and I thought he was 10 because of just the old equipment. Yeah. But I mean, I guess it does make a lot of sense now that, he does, go to work a lot, and you could tell that he's older now that I know that because, you have the Pokemon stuff. So I probably think he's in 28.
22.
Oh, wow. I keep going up and then they go down and I go down, they go up.
Exactly. I mean, this is... Someone made a funny joke in chat. Have you been saving the setup for the last 12 years? I found this in my email. I forgot to show it, guys. Okay, now here's the funny thing. This is a fast pass, right? So that makes it even more okay. Which I appreciate. Obviously, fast pass supports the show, makes it happen. But it just comes down to the monitor, the printer, computer, even just the computer paper being shown, and then the desk. It just dates this setup way too much because you look at the right side and he's got a dope TV. The entertainment center looks pretty damn good. I do think mounting it on the wall would be nice, but I think it's a bit of a tricky situation because obviously I think you'll also recommend a new desk. I think a new desk is the first step to make this work. I love the Pokeballs. I love Pikachu. I love all that cool stuff. I love that you have personality, but I just think with the desk now, you're really constraining yourself. You're not able to really show it off full-fledged. And I think having that brown, chestnut, black sort of entertainment center versus a very not brown desk really is a big deal. So you want to get a desk that matches that color. IKEA, the black brown they have is very similar to that. It's just hard. And the reason why I said don't mount the TV just yet is because maybe you should rearrange the room altogether. Normally, the desk and entertainment center don't touch each other. They're on opposite walls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think maybe if we could see the rest of the room, the entertainment center can go on one wall. The desk can be centered on the wall that it's at now. You get a bigger desk. You have a shelf above with all the Pokeballs open. You can put all the little figures and stuff like that. And then you can have on the far left of the wall a dedicated spot for your printer that has a paper holder and stuff so you can keep it all nice and neat. But the way I see it now is don't mount the TV until you figure out the new desk. Maybe he doesn't want a new desk, but what are your thoughts? Do you agree with me? What would you do?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I feel like this setup will be amazing if he just gets a new desk and rearranges that entertainment center because those Pokeballs look, they look great. The theme is 100% good in this one.
Yeah, definitely. And does he actually have floppy disks? Someone was saying. Maybe. I don't know. I can't see him. If he does, I don't know. But and I hate keyboard trays. Maybe he's used it for so long he doesn't care, but God, I hate keyboard trays. Yeah. And you got to upgrade the monitor, man. That's just that's just bad. But yeah, really overall, it's a great setup. Just waiting for the next step. It's like you've been thinking about buying a new desk. Guess what? Get an IKEA one, super cheap. I mean, you could literally spend. I think it's for the longest desktop, you're spending $40 or something like that, and then you're getting $4 legs. You get 4 of them, 16. You're barely spending any money on it. I think it's time to do it, and it will make the whole setup, the whole room look completely different. So, that's what I recommend. But anyways, let's go to the scores. First setup of the day submitted by Henry. Henry got a 75. Benjamin, 76. Andrew, 75. Sal, 83. Eric, 81. Jeenay, 94, Ben, 76, Brian, 68, Will, 82, and Felipe with a 63. And again, easily fixable, super easy. A lot of these setups got really good scores, honestly. And you listen to the things that we say, you make those little adjustments, it's going to make a big difference overall. So, great episode. Really, really enjoyed it. And don't forget, I'm Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly.
And Letrick, you can find me at LetrickYT on Twitter.
Awesome. I think you were a great co-host. We'll see what the chat says. Normally they don't. No, I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, a great episode overall. Really enjoyed it, and that is going to do it. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the flippity flop.